This is Fox 6 News.
Tonight's big story, the Chiefs' take on the numbers. Milwaukee Police Chief Ed Flynn faced the Common Council's Public Safety Committee today with the results of an internal audit of the way the department counts crime statistics.
The chief says the numbers are off, but the trends are still the same. Our Tammy Hughes has more on this, and also the alderman who lashed out at the media. Tammy.
Yeah, the police department's internal audit looked at crime statistics for the last 6 years. It showed they did underreport some violent crimes during that time, but it also showed the overall crime rates and violent crimes are still dropping, contrary to some reports in the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Well, that prompted a few aldermen to tear into the paper and the media.
These mistakes were not intentional.
Milwaukee's police chief says he is indignant with the Journal-Sentinel's implication that there is a conspiracy to mislead on crime stats.
Despite these classification errors, the work of the men and women of this police department has mattered.
The department's internal audit focused on specific areas where they expected errors to occur. And in the area of aggravated assaults, this chart they presented shows the trend. In blue is the number of aggravated assaults over the last 6 years before the audit, and in red is the number adjusted after the audit. The total number is higher for every year, but the trend continues to go down.
For him to go to you.
Several aldermen wanted to say on the record they have never heard from a Milwaukee police officer that there was any kind of conspiracy.
I have never been told that there was a directive coming from the chief of police or any of his command staff to cook the books.
I have never heard anything like that.
That's not true in my case.
Alderman Joe Dudzik testified officers have reported to him they have seen crime numbers get changed, and he said the numbers don't reflect the community's perception.
What is your explanation for the reason why citizens in the city believe otherwise?
Flynn said crime victims have a higher crime perception, and he also blamed media coverage.
The media generally is market driven. And if people want to see crime news, they're going to get crime news. And there's no changing the fact that they're going to be affected by what they see.
Several of these aldermen were clearly affected by the department's audit, and in the end lashed out at the Journal-Sentinel's reporting and coverage of the Milwaukee media in general.
To sit there now and to make accusations that in some way they're fudging the numbers and they're not being honest is wrong.
Again, to the press, do your flippin' job and do it right. Stop being so lazy.
Now, there is also an audit being done by the FBI. Chief Flynn said he requested that back in 2010. And as a result of their own internal audit, the department has retrained officers and clerks on how to best report the data. And they're also trying to get software updates from the company itself. Ann.
Thank you, Tammy. And once the chief's presentation ended,